Everyone, welcome to Plants and Politics. So, this is your vegan news bite for September 18th, 2020. It's a little bit different today. I have a story to bring you about a lawsuit that's going on that's just insane. Upton's Naturals is a company that makes a lot of different vegan meat alternative products. They make the best vegan bacon that's currently available. And they're now engaged in another ridiculous lawsuit brought by the honestly failing and terrified meat industry because they're realizing that more and more consumers don't want what they're selling. Consumers want actual food, not disease-causing, cruel death on a plate. So the lawsuit is the result of a new law that was created in Oklahoma. It's called the Meat Consumer Protection Act. And the Plant-Based Food Association has joined in the fight along with Upton's. So this new desperate attempt to really harm and stop plant-based companies from the unbelievable growth that they're seeing is backed by the Oklahoma Cattlemen's Association. So what is this asinine new act that was introduced in Oklahoma? Well, the Consumer Protection Act requires that all vegan meat replacements must include a disclaimer on their product label stating that it's derived from plant sources. Not a big deal. But it has to be in a font that is, quote, uniform in size and prominence to the name of the product. This is seriously just ridiculous on so many levels and for a few different reasons. Number one, all plant-based products clearly state that they're vegan or plant-based because they know it gives them a marketing advantage. There has been research done that shows that given the choice between two products that are nearly identical, with the exception that one's plant-based and one is animal-based, the data is very clear. Consumers overwhelmingly choose the plant-based option. And that's really the issue, right? Because these people know this. They know consumers are now choosing plant-based over their dead animal. So obviously, these companies want everyone to know that their products are cruelty-free and contain no animal ingredients. It's a positive for them. So they absolutely already have it on all of their products. The other reason this is stupid and ridiculous is that nearly all plant-based products are already separated in stores. With the exception of Beyond Meat products, all other meat alternatives are typically kept in completely different locations in a store. Or either that or they're grouped together with all of the other plant-based foods. It's not like people are walking up and not knowing what they're buying. And why do they need to protect consumers from products that are healthier for them to eat? This makes no sense. Is anyone really going to be upset if they eat food that didn't contain a dead animal? And dead animals, by the way, that are filled with antibiotics, growth hormones, genetically modified corn and soy, all of the other toxic garbage that's found in animal-based foods? No, they'd probably be grateful. They probably wouldn't feel like shit after they ate it. If anything, that's what might tip them off. If they're blind and they take home a meat alternative, which, by the way, is typically more expensive, so it's unlikely they're going to buy it by accident. But even if they did, they'd be like, hey, I didn't get a stomach ache. I didn't have to sit in the bathroom for 30 minutes after I ate that burger. Huh, something's different. But apparently, if you're in Oklahoma, your state senator, Michael Bergstrom, thinks you're an idiot because he authored and introduced this act. And he thinks you're an idiot or he thinks you can't read because he was very worried about shoppers being confused by the existing labels. So in a press release back in May when he introduced the bill, he stated, quote, "Clever marketing practices and deceptive labeling on plant-based meat alternatives can be confusing for shoppers looking to purchase meat-based items at the grocery store." Really? Really? This is happening frequently, right? People are accidentally taking home plant-based meats. What a big ag corporate-owned tool this guy is. And really, this is the issue and why this is not only unnecessary, but it's also a burden on these companies. If this act is allowed to stand, it would force companies to either change their labels entirely across all of their products, which could cost them tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, even millions of dollars, depending on the company, to rebrand and repackage all of their products. Or they'll have to create labels specifically for Oklahoma, and then they have a different label for all other states. And then they have the hassle of two different labels, making sure that the products don't get mixed up, making sure the right ones get sent to Oklahoma. So the Plant-Based Foods Association is warning that this act could cause plant-based companies to pull out of the market in Oklahoma entirely. Now, in one way, it might cause consumers to put pressure on state lawmakers, but they'd have to know about it first. And who knows if people who like plant-based products are even aware that this is going on. So I'm more concerned that if they choose that path, if they choose to pull out of that market, it's going to give the meat industry a win. And then we're going to start seeing these idiotic laws popping up throughout the entire country. But, my question for the meat industry is, why not allow a fair fight and a true competition? If you're so sure that consumers want your dead animals, why not allow them to choose? Why do you have to play these games? Why do you have to play these underhanded, nefarious games and try to kneecap your competition? If you are so sure that what you're doing is right and that people want your products above the others, then you should be secure in that fact. This is so obvious why they're doing it. They're so desperate. It's really sad. It truly is sad how they're grasping at straws, trying to hold on to literally in every way a dying industry. So, as Megan Trainor says, to the no, no, you need to let it go. You need to let it go. My name is No. You need to let it go. All right, guys, as always, like, share, subscribe. I will talk to you soon. Take care. Thanks for listening to Plants and Politics. The only way we can take our country and power back is to spread the truth and build an army. So remember to like, follow, subscribe, and share on Facebook, YouTube, and wherever you listen to your podcasts. Thanks again.